The study of fungus, including the genetic and biochemical characteristics, their taxonomy, and their uses by humans, including as a source of entheogens, food, and tinder, as well as potential risks, such as toxicity or infection, is the subject of the field of biology known as mycology. A mycologist is a scientist who focuses on fungi. The study of plant diseases is a subfield of mycology, and the two fields continue to be closely associated since fungi make up the great majority of plant infections. Although mycology was formerly thought to be a part of botany, the 1969 discovery of fungi's strong evolutionary link to mammals led in the study being reclassified as an independent science. Elias Magnus Fries, Christian Hendrik Persoon, Anton de Barry, Elizabeth Eaton Morse, and Louis David von Schweinitz were among the early mycologists. Beatrix Potter, author of The Tale of Peter Rabbit, also contributed significantly to the discipline. Pier Andrea Saccardo created a technique for identifying imperfect fungus based on spore color and shape, which became the dominant approach used before DNA sequencing. He is well known for his Silage, which was a thorough collection of all the names given to mushrooms. Silage is still the sole book of its sort that is both comprehensive and somewhat recent for the botanical kingdom fungi. Toxins, antibiotics, and other secondary metabolites are produced by many fungus. Abraham Joffe, for example, considerable research on the global genus Fusarium and toxins which were linked to deadly outbreaks of alimentary toxicologia in humans. Fungi have critical roles in Earth's existence as symbionts, such as mycorrhiza, insect symbionts, and lichens. Many fungi can degrade complex organic macromolecules like lignin, the more durable component of wood, as well as contaminants like xenobiotics, petroleum, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Fungi play an important part in the global carbon cycle by degrading these compounds. Fungi and other creatures usually classified as fungi, such as oomycetes and myxomycetes, slime molds, are often economically and socially significant because they cause illnesses in animals, including humans, and plants. Aside from dangerous fungus, numerous fungal species play a vital role in managing plant diseases caused by various pathogens. For example, Trichoderma species are regarded as one of the most significant biological control agents as an alternative to chemical-based treatments for successful crop disease management. Forays are field gatherings to locate unusual species of fungi, named after the first such conference, held in 1868 by the Woolhope Naturalists Field Club and themed, A Foray Among the Funguses. Some fungus may cause sickness in humans and other animals. Medical mycology is the study of pathogenic fungi that infect mammals. It is thought that people began harvesting mushrooms for sustenance in ancient times. Euripides' 480 to 406 BC poems were the first to mention mushrooms. The Greek philosopher Theophrastos of Erissos, 371 to 288 BC, was arguably the first to attempt to categorize plants methodically. Mushrooms were thought to be plants lacking specific parts. Later, in his Encyclopaedia Naturalis Historia, Pliny the Elder, 23 to 79 AD, wrote about truffles. Mycology is derived from the ancient Greek words, mux, which means fungus, and the suffix o, logia, which means study. Fungi and truffles are not plants, roots, blossoms, or seeds. They are just the excess moisture or dirt of trees, old wood, and other decomposing items. This is evident from the fact that all fungus and truffles, particularly those utilized for food, grow most regularly in thunderous and rainy weather. 1552, Jerome Bock, Hieronymus Tragus. The corpus of knowledge regarding fungus advanced little throughout the Middle Ages. The development of the printing press, on the other hand, enabled writers to refute myths and misunderstandings about fungus that had been propagated by ancient authors. In 1913, a group portrait was shot during a meeting of the British Mycological Society. Pier Antonio Micheli's 1737 publication of Nova Plantarum Genus marks the beginning of the modern period of mycology. This landmark book, published in Florence, set the groundwork for the systematic categorization of grasses, mosses, and fungi. He coined the still-used genus names Polyporus and Tuber, both of which date from 1729, albeit the descriptions were subsequently modified as invalid under contemporary criteria. Carl Linnaeus, the first nomenclaturist, included fungus in his binomial naming system in 1753, where each kind of creature has a two-word name consisting of a genus and species, whereas organisms were previously named using Latin phrases including several syllables. He was responsible for the scientific names of several well-known mushroom taxa, including Boletus and Agaricus, which are still in use today. Fungi were still regarded to be part of the plant kingdom during this time period, therefore they were included in his species Plantarum. Linnaeus' fungal taxonomies were not nearly as extensive as his plant taxa, with the genus Agaricus including all gilled mushrooms with a stem. There are thousands of gilled species that have been classified into dozens of different genera. In present use, Agaricus only refers to mushrooms that are closely related to the ubiquitous shop mushroom, Agaricus bisporus. For example, Linnaeus named the saffron milkcap Agaricus deliciosus, while it is now known as Lactarius deliciosus. In contrast, the field mushroom Agaricus campestris has retained its name since Linnaeus' publication. The English name, agaric, is still used for any gilled mushroom, as Linnaeus used. M.J. Berkeley is credited with coining the word mycology and its synonym, mycologist, in 1836. However, the term, mycologist, first appeared in the works of English botanist Robert K. Greville in 1823, in relation to Schweinerts. Certain mushrooms have been used as traditional medicine in China, Japan, and Russia for ages. Although the use of mushrooms in folk medicine is mostly associated with the Asian continent, individuals in other regions of the globe, including the Middle East, Poland, and Belarus, have been recorded to utilize mushrooms for therapeutic reasons. When exposed to ultraviolet, UV, radiation, mushrooms create a substantial quantity of vitamin D. Drugs isolated from molds or other fungi include penicillin, cyclosporin, griseofulvin, cephalosporin, and psilocybin. Thanks for watching.